What up, people? It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast. Hold on one, folks. And I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Dom One, and welcome to another, another one. Ready for this podcast. I believe this is episode 88 or 89. How y'all living? I'm living swell. Feel free. Be sure. Hit the subscription button, the notification bell. Share this live stream with your friends, family, as well as your followers. Let's get this YouTube channel. Let's get this podcast lit in the YouTube algorithm. You heard me? If you want to become a channel member, all you have to do is hit the join membership button. Remember, membership has its purposes. So let's get into why I got back on live again. Now, if you haven't checked the latest episode of Too Early for This podcast, I just finished wrapping that up a couple of hours ago. I thought I was going to be done as far as doing live streams and content and things of that nature until I heard the bomb of all bombs. Kendrick Lamar has done it again. Not Tony has done it again. Kendrick dot K dot has done it again with another diss towards Drake. Um, and we're gonna be talking about that. We're also gonna be talking about uh the diss that he dropped a couple of days ago. Uh Ethoria or Nuporia, whatever. Okay, you guys know I put your names on a constant, consistent basis. Um, and we got some backstories, and we're gonna go within the grain when it comes to the lyrics themselves. Now, before I begin, I first like to state this for the record. This is a disclaimer. I'm a hardcore hip hop head. All right. Nothing impresses me more than an appreciation of a rapper that's got the penmanship and knows how to do the wordplay. All right. There are several rappers in this hip hop culture that uh excelled on that level. And I remember saying this, and I got a lot of slack for saying this. There are rappers and studio rappers. Okay, don't get it twisted. Don't say one is better than the other. I think there's a lane for studio rappers, just like I believe there's a lane for actual rappers that's got the penmanship, the wordplay. All right, that I appreciate good lyrics. Okay, and of course, yeah, the beat. I love music in general. I love the beat. I love the sounds. I love the instruments and things of that nature. But if the lyrics ain't there, chances are I'm not feeling it. All right. So I'm a hardcore hip hop fanatic that love and appreciate lyrics. And I think there's a lot of people out there, particularly in social media, uh, that really don't have an ear for talent and really mentally is not figuring out that there's a puzzle to these lyrics. And you have to figure and you have to, you'll appreciate it more if you understand the full puzzle. All right. Now, there's some people out there, you can show half of a puzzle and they'll immediately figure it out. But there's some people out there, particularly on social media, a lot of you guys, if the puzzle is not complete, you're not going to get it. Okay. You may not even get it on the first try. You may not get it on the second try. You may not even get it at all. All right. So I have appreciation for that, for penmanship and lyrics. And lyrics really do matter. All right. And lyrics separate the good from the bad. Now, saying all of that, all right, saying all of that, I feel like I do not have a horse in the race when it comes to Kendrick Lamar and when it comes to Drake. Um, I love Drake. I love Drake as a rapper. I love Drake as an artist. I love Drake as a businessman. I love Drake as an entrepreneur. You know, I understand the the Drake. I understand the Drake, all of the glow of Drake. Let's just put it that way. But I love and I appreciate what Kendrick Lamar does to a song. What Kendrick Lamar does with a song, it it ups up your awareness, your appreciation, and it's and you know, there's layers to his lyrics that you go, you know, I never thought of it that way, or I never looked at it that way. Okay. And I always thought Kendrick Lamar, you know, if there's a Mount Rushmore, if you have a Mount Rushmore of, I'm talking about today's hip hop. Now, I think Jay Z, Biggie, Tupac, you know, they're on a Mount Rushmore, but it's on Olympia. Okay. Well, I'm not talking about artists from the past. I'm talking about as of right now. And if you have uh you know, if you have a Mount Rushmore and you do not have Kendrick Lamar on that Mount Rushmore, then there's something seriously wrong with you. You don't have a clue on about actual hip hop music, or you don't even appreciate hip hop music. Okay. um and if you want to slide a J. Cole in there, I'm not even going to hate on you. All right, I'm not even going to hate on you. All right. um if you know, and if you want to slide Drake in there, because this is supposed to be the big three. It's supposed to be K. Dot, Drake, and J. Cole. If you want to slide those guys there, okay. You want to slide Drake in there? I don't have no issue with it. And there's some people out there that think Kanye West needs a seat on the Mount Rushmore. If you want to put Kanye in there, I don't have a big issue with it. Okay. Um, I think Kanye comes from an era where he just will be on a different Mount Rushmore than these young cats. Okay. Um, and I still think Nicki, hands down, is a great lyricist. And her wordplay and her and the way how her vocals, it even make it better. Okay. Now, saying all that, let's just crack the code and dissect what has done happened in the past, what, 8, 9, possibly 10 hours. So, word around the campfire is, damn, I didn't even know there was hold on one second, yeah, hold on a second. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I did not expect that to happen. But anywho, let's get back to what I was talking about. So word around the campfire is, particularly on social media, that Drake was planning something big today. Now I don't think what Kendrick dropped was, you know, uh his. I don't think what Kendrick what K. Dot drop is to have something out there just in case Drake do drop something. Now a lot of people, you know, think that Drake is going to drop something uh tonight. All right. And we're gonna get into and this comes on the eve of a lot of news out there that the powers that be, um that said that there's a possibility Drake won't even respond. Okay. Now, Utopia, Ethiopia. Um, I like that disc record, and there was so many complex, uh, diluted metaphors and rebuttals in that whole entire track that a lot of people did not get. And you're not going to get it off the first listen. You're going to have to listen to it multiple times to get a full appreciation of that song. I'm gonna tell you like this. When it first came out, a lot of people were not feeling the song. I felt the song because I was listening to the lyrics. Um, but a lot of people were not feeling that song. You know, it's one of those songs that you have to listen to a couple of times to get a full understanding and a full appreciation of it. Now, this song is breaking all types of records on Spotify, on YouTube. It's killing it. Okay, I think it's the third hottest song on Spotify. When you look at TikTok, the TikTok community has grabbed the hold of this song, and I feel like people when the song first came out, I think people didn't appreciate or even listen to the lyrics. And you would love this song more if you have an appreciation for lyrics and wordplay and penmanship and vocals. You would really appreciate this song more. Now, the beat, that it was tight, all right. And the first 5 seconds of the song, I could tell by just listening to the first 5 and 10 minutes. I mean, I'm sorry, the first 5, 10 seconds of the song, that this song is an intro to what's probably going to be released later on. First and foremost, he sampled Richard Pryor's voice on The Wiz. It's an old movie. I think it was back in the 70s. And The Wiz is like the Wizard of Oz. Okay, so if you saw the Wizard of Oz or if you read the Wizard of Oz, The Wiz is just like that. But for us as the Black community, that's our Wizard of Oz, The Wiz. And there's a reference in the movie where Michael Jackson, Diana Ross all went to go see the wizard, and they took this journey, and when they finally get there, they find out that the wizard is a fraud. He's a phony. He's a fake. Um and that's where he got the reference from the movie when Richard Pryor said, I'm a fake, I'm a phony. I'm not this person who you think I am. I'm not Thanos. Okay, I'm just a fake. And when I first and they played it backwards. They first, the first listen I didn't understand, because when I first heard it, I was going like, okay, this means something to Kendrick. And then when I dived into it and listened to read articles and YouTube videos, no, that was from that first vocal is from Richard Pryor, the Wiz. And I'm thinking, okay, we got something here. I think there's more to this story than meets the eye. Then Kendrick was rapping on a sample from Teddy Pendergrass, latest greatest inspiration. And if you check out the lyrics of latest greatest inspiration, um, you know, you can understand why he chose that sample. He didn't chose that sample because it was a fly sample, it was a smooth, laid back sample. and I just needed something to slow it down before I get into the crux of the song itself. There's some meaning behind the Richard Pryor sample and the Teddy Pendergrass sample. And when I heard those two things before he got hot and heavy into the song, I knew that this is just an introduction. This is just a starter pack. Okay? This is not going to be the final verdict and the final saying um of Kendrick Lamar. I think Kendrick Lamar got some heat, and uh this is just song one of many. So that right there told me when the song first dropped. Hold on one second. When the song first dropped, I knew that this is going to be a problem for Drake. All right. But just that 10 seconds went over a lot of people's heads. And people just thought, well, it's just part of the music. There's just really no connection to anything. And people didn't get it. And then when he went in, when he went into the song, there was a lot of there was a lot of lines that had a complication of definition, thoughts, and meanings. Whipping feet. Okay. A lot of people says that that's a West Coast thing, that they're gonna whip the feet off of you. But then I've heard other people say whipping feet is a Jewish thing. And we all know that Drake his nationality is Jewish. Okay. And and there was a whole lot of references in that song. Um uh, and that song pretty much opened up with eyes wide open, or eyes wide shut, depending on which fan base is listening to this message, that Drake is a fraud. In Kendrick's eyes, Drake is a fraud. He's just a great actor. There was a reference line when he said Tupac will be rolling over in his grave. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if Tupac was still alive, Tupac definitely would definitely be behind Kendrick, because Kendrick is more like Tupac than Drake is. You know, I think Drake, I think Drake as an actor, there I can see some similarities between Drake and Tupac when it comes to Hollywood and being an actor, but I feel like Kendrick Lamar embodies Tupac, where it's a me against the world type of behavior, where Tupac was all about uplifting the Black culture and the Black community, having an appreciation for the history of hip hop and hip hop music in general. Yeah, Tupac made a lot of bangers that aired out in the club, but he also made a lot of songs that were songs that make you think. And Kendrick Lamar makes songs that make you think. And that's why I say that I see some similarities of Tupac and Drake, and I see a lot of similarities in Tupac and Kendrick Lamar. But if Tupac was alive, Tupac would definitely go towards uh K Dot, because K Dot embodies him more than Drake. Okay. Um, and I just don't think a lot of people appreciated, respected, and really paid any attention, mind, and thought of Kendrick Lamar's song, his diss towards Drake. And it was kind of complicated for a lot of people. And it took like maybe 5, 6, maybe 20 listens for people to even understand half of what he was saying in that song. And it just goes to show, and always said this, we live in a society where we have the attention span of instant instant rice or instant mashed potatoes. You know, we don't have time to boil actual rice or to make mashed potatoes from scratch. You know, our attention span won't allow us to do that. And the time would not allow us to do that. That's why we'll go into the store and buy a TV dinner or buy something instant that's going to take about 60 seconds to get cooked in the microwave. And that's the type of attention span that a lot of people are on, particularly on social media. So that's why it took a minute for a lot of people to go, oh, okay. When he says that, he means this. Okay. And that YNW Melly reference, that was bars. Now, a lot of people are saying that that first song that Kendrick Lamar came out with to diss Drake, there was a lot of reference lines that they have heard other battle rappers say. Let me be clear what I'm about to say. And if you are a true hip hop historian, you should already know this. Okay? You should know this, man. You know, a great lyric, a great line, and particularly when you're dealing with people that you know that their penmanship and how they mind work, you're going to hear particularly good lyrics. You're going to hear something from a good lyric that you have already heard previously. Now, it'll be switched up, it'll be used differently, but you have heard that someplace else. And let's just be clear, for all the Drake fans that is using that as ammunition, I don't think you should be using that as ammunition. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Let me yeah, now we'll just keep it like this. We'll just keep it like this. All right. So, what I was going to say. Oh yeah. Like if you are a Drake fan and you're using the ammunition of, well, Kendrick had used a lot of wordplay that have been used from other battle rappers, or the possibility of using it from other artists from other songs. He used a lot of words that we have already heard before. And you are a Drake fan, I don't think that's the line that I don't think that's the lane you should take, because Drake, if you listen to a lot of Drake's hit songs, he has used other people's lyrics in their songs, like the Eminem joint. Um, uh, when summers they come and go, women they come and go, da 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 da. Nobody knows. He used that. Are we back? Are we back? Are we live? Okay, we live. We live. We live. We live. I. Okay. But yeah, so for those out there that say, oh man, Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick Lamar used some wordplay from other songs. That ain't it. I would say if you are a Drake fan, I would not necessarily be uh, using that. Okay, and they're about to tow this lady's truck, and she has no idea that they're going to tow it. Yep. Oh well, it is what it is. Breaking news, breaking news. This just came down the news wire. One of my neighbor's trucks is going to be towed because she's done had it in the parking lot for the past 30 days. Back to you, Skip. Back to you, Skip. Okay. Anywho, yeah. So why did I do that? Um, yeah. So yeah. So all right, let's get back to the matter at hand. So yeah, if you are a Drake fan and you using and hold on one second. Okay, yeah. So if you are a Drake fan, you shouldn't be using that as ammunition. Like, Drake has used a lot of classy lyrics and references to a lot of his hit songs. Okay, so that's the point that I'm making about that. Um and it's not and his first dish song, it's not like it's chock full littered with lyrics that or words that you have heard other uh either through battle rapping or from other songs. Okay, so I thought his first utopia Ethiopia. I thought that first diss song, it was gonna go over a lot of people's heads, and social media proved me right. And it was gonna take a lot of days for people to, well, a lot of listens for people to appreciate the lyrics and the wordplay that was given on that song. All right. And now, if fast forward to today, it's the third trending song on Spotify. So that gives an appreciation. I mean, that song finally gets appreciated because now people are kind of getting it. Now, there are some people on the fence that still don't get it, but I think the majority of people are finally getting it. All right. And that's why you kept hearing on social media, after Kendrick dropped that song, you kept hearing people on social media go, I still think Drake got it. Now, a lot of things happened since that song dropped. Drake put out another song and he used AI from Snoop and Tupac, and it was called Tailor Made. And I didn't think a lot of people were going to like that, particularly, you're using two West Coast guys that if Tupac was alive, he would not even be doing a song with you. Okay, first and foremost. It's not the fact that he disrespects you or he doesn't like you. That's just not Tupac's angle. Okay? And Snoop would definitely not be on a song with you dissing Kendrick Lamar because Snoop and Kendrick, you know, they boys. So him doing that, I thought Drake took an L by him doing that. But when you got the confused Drake fans in abundance on social media, they made excuses for it. Well, besides all that, at the end of the day, the song was still good. And And don't get it twisted. I like that song. I like the Taylor Made song better than the Push Up song. I think the Push Up song is more of a hit song that you hear in the club. And at the end of the day, and it goes back to what Kendrick said, saying I make music to inspire them. You make music to pacify them. And that's where he's referencing, like, look, you know, Drake, I'm gonna give Drake his props. He can make a hit, he can make a banger, but at the end of the day, there's no substance to his music. Anything on his music, I mean, all of his music, other than God's plan, is not inspirational. It doesn't inspire people. It doesn't uplift people. It just, make you nod your head and throw your hands in the air. It sell out concerts. It sells out merchandise. Okay, but other than that, it's nothing more, nothing less. And with Kendrick, his music is more spiritual. It's awakening. It's eye opening. It's draw dropping. It makes you think. It makes you have a constant mind. Oh, by the way, that noise in the background, I don't want people thinking that I farted. It was just me moving my moving my leg up, and I got to have my leg stuck on the table, and it made that noise. Okay, I'm trying to reproduce it again, and I can't do it. But still, people gonna be in the comment section say, "Man, you just ripped one." Okay, you you blowing gas. Okay, no, that's not it. Okay, but y'all believe whatever y'all want to believe. Okay, so yeah, that's that. These two are totally different. They're not the same. And but when it comes to this battle rap type of situation, uh Kendrick is going to win this because Kendrick has been there and done that. But when we talk about Drake, you know, he knows how to make he knows how to make hit songs, and he knows how to troll on social media, but that's pretty much it. That's his gimmick. That's his bag. And I'm not hating on it. I feel like when it comes to social media, Drake is Drake is going to get the W. But when it comes to music and music critics and lyricists, they're going to give the nod to Kendrick 9 times out of 10. All right. Another thing I felt like people are slow to his first diss is because he said a lot of things that are already up. We already knew that. Like, we already knew that Drake, you know, it's not good with the pen. He's got a bunch of ghost writers, the OVO sweatshop. Okay, we've been there and done that with him. We already knew that he's not black. He already announced to the world that he's Jewish. All right, we already know his family background. We already know the situation with him and his baby mama. With him and his baby mama, and that situation from Pusha T. All right. So we already knew all of these things. Okay. And that's another reason why people were still giving it to Drake. They still gave the edge to Drake. Um and I felt like this was going to be one of those songs that is not going to be appreciated now. But 5 years from now, people are gonna start appreciating the song a little better, because the people that you know didn't like it now, 5 years from now, when they're more conscious, when their minds are fully developed, they will understand and appreciate what we already appreciating and witnessing now with Kendrick on this first diss song. Okay, so a lot of people on social media. There's a guy on social media, and I forgot his name. He said the boy is well, she done came out. It's a little too late now, honey. It's a little too late now, honey. Anyway, yeah, they're gonna tow your ish. They are definitely going to tow your ish, and you can sit there and talk all you want to. They're going to tow your ish. I mean, your truck's been sitting there for almost 30 days. All right. So anywho, uh, yeah. So there was word around the campfire was that Drake was going to drop something, but you got a lot of people out there that's going to say that regardless. So Dre's going to drop something. Dre's going to drop something. And before we talk about this new diss track, I want to give you guys my perspective and from what I've heard. After the first diss from Kendrick Lamar, I I felt like personally to me that no matter what Drake does or say or how he trolls on social media, um, still at the end of the day, even if let's just say hypothetically he lost this from the first diss song from Kendrick Lamar, okay, he lost that battle. But as far as the war goes, Drake is going to win the war, particularly in music, because Drake is much more bigger than an artist. Okay, he's much more bigger than a personality or an influencer. Okay, Drake is a corporation. Okay, Drake is the conglomerate. All right, Drake is just big. And Drake's got a lot of irons in the fire. Some people know, some people may not know. Uh, Drake got some real big power moves that's going to position him to be powerful in the music industry. And the music industry is on a shaky is on a shaky in a in a shaky space, sort of say. A lot of these artists are now saying that they're not even getting a lot of coin from their songs, particularly with streaming and things of that nature. And there's been a lot of people out there that said that Drake is going to be controlling a lot of these companies that are controlling music in general. Okay, he's about to. Okay, he's about to let that go. I don't know why, but he's about to let that go. I don't know. So yeah, Drake is going to control a lot when it comes in with the music industry. Similar to what Michael Jackson, when Michael Jackson was at his powerfulest, Michael Jackson was buying music left to right. When it comes, he bought the Beatles catalog. Michael was in position to buy a lot of catalogs other than the Beatles, and Michael was getting too powerful too quick, where Michael was controlling the music industry. All right, until uh, the accusations of him messing with kids, uh, that really did not put Michael in a good light, and Michael took a hit from all that bad press. Now, a lot of people are going to say it's the powers that be that wanted to see Mike fall, and a lot of people say Mike actually did it. Mike actually messed around with those kids. I don't know which side of the fence y'all are on, but whatever side of the fence that you're on, at the end of the day, uh, it did damage to Michael Jackson as a person and to Michael Jackson as a brand. And Michael could never recover from that. All right. And he lost a lot of juice and a lot of control and a lot of money. And when Michael Jackson passed, God rest his soul. If you look at the moves that happened after Michael Jackson passed, you would think Michael Jackson, the family sold a lot of their music rights, sold a lot of Michael Jackson's songs to a lot of companies to make ends meet. All right. Um, and Neverland Ranch has already been sold. Okay, so the Michael Jackson empire is no more. And if Drake continues this back and forth with Kendrick Lamar, and Drake continues to uh, battle against people that ain't got nothing to lose, cause Future has nothing to lose, cause Future as a performer and as an artist is doing good, but Future don't have the same juice like Drake can potentially have. And if Drake starts picking these small battles to, Metro Booming and Future and Kendrick Lamar, if he starts doing this stuff, the press that would be a lot of ammunition for a lot of bloggers, the press world that don't want to see Drake at that level start digging and digging into Drake's personal life and what uh, you know it could be damaging for Drake's brand. And yeah, he will win. If y'all want to say Drake could well, Drake can win this battle with Kendrick Lamar, and Drake can win this battle with the other guys. Those are small battles, and at the end of the day, it doesn't do ish for Drake. Drake, you know, it doesn't give Drake clout. It doesn't give Drake respect. It doesn't give Drake any more juice. It doesn't give Drake making more money from all this. And I said before Jay Prince made his statement yesterday, I said days ago, at the end of the day, I don't think Drake is going to come out with anything because Drake has more to lose than Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar has nothing to lose. Drake has everything to lose or have something to lose. So you get my drift? This back and forth stuff, yeah, K Dot is getting energy from it. He's getting credit. He's getting appreciation. He's getting fame. A lot more people are appreciating Kendrick Lamar's music even more and even now. A lot of street cred, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean a lot of. It's not building Kendrick Lamar's brand, particularly when but and vice versa with Drake. This will not build Drake's brand. So companies like, when he wants to do collaborations or when he wants to do things with other nationalities or other companies like Nike, Coca-Cola, Walmart, Target, AT&T, the NBA, when he wants to do business with uh, in the movie industry, whatever, this can potentially hurt him on those deals. When he wants to do deals in Wall Street, this energy is not going to help Drake elevate to get those deals. Okay, and it'll be a similar situation like Michael Jackson, the rise and fall of Michael Jackson. People love to build you up, only to build you back down, and that's Drake will find himself in a similar situation if he continues the back and forth with Kendrick Lamar. And I was telling everybody, I don't think Drake is going to come back. Now, you might see Drake do a couple of posts on social media, some playful posts and things of that nature. But after that, this dude came back again. This dude came back again. Okay, now this dude paying for this girl's toll fee. This fool. Man, there's like I say, there's a sucker and a simp. There's a sucker born every minute, and there's a simp for every woman. Okay, this dude is simping for this girl to keep. He's basically paying for the girl to keep her truck there. And the truck hasn't moved. The truck probably doesn't work. It's on two flats already. And she's, oh Lord, it's gonna get serious over here. Now the landlord done came. Ooh, she's not playing. She's got that I'm not playing walk, and she's headed straight to that lady's apartment. Lord have mercy. Okay. Anyway, I can't do no play by play on that. All right. So, damn. All right. Damn. All right. So, yeah. So Drake, even if Drake wins with Kendrick Lamar, technically he's losing because Drake has more to lose than to gain, even if he wins. And I was saying that to everybody days ago. Now, why I'm saying all that? Well, allow your brother to explain. Jay Prince basically took to social media and was commenting on this situation between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. And he had an analogy that once again went over a lot of people's heads. And Jay Prince, I don't think I can say it word for word. He basically said, I'd rather have 10% of a watermelon than one grape. Meaning, uh, meaning this battle is worthless to Drake. Because at the end of the day, this battle is just a grape. It's a blimp on the screen. Okay? Why are we concerned about one grape or a blimp on the screen when we got a bigger picture? And and we we're trying to make moves right now that will position us to make even bigger moves later. You understand what I'm saying? You follow me? You're understanding? You're reading the breadcrumbs? Yeah, she getting ready to move that. She getting ready to move that. It doesn't matter what you tell that lady or whatever. Another thing is, why you got your baby on one side of your hip and a cigarette on the other side of the hip? Like, anyway, Lord, save these girls. Save these women, Lord. Please save these women. Okay, so yeah. So that's and I said that days ago. Why would Drake, this means nothing to Drake. This helps Drake in no way. So I feel like the Jay Princes of the world, the people with the connections have already done discussed to Drake, like, hey, yo, this isn't the play. This isn't the move. Uh, we got bigger fish to fry, and this can turn around and bite us in the ass. All right. Either way, if we win, lose, or draw, it's still gonna bite us in the ass. And what Jay Prince is saying, I rather uh I rather for Drake to lose on social media than him losing in court or losing when it comes to these deals that we're trying to position ourselves into, because a lot of these Drake is trying to align himself with a lot of powerful officials, and a lot of these people, they don't want all that street stuff. They don't want all that social media stuff because it means nothing to them or their brand. It doesn't make them any more money, and in actuality it dirties them a little bit to the point to where it can they can lose their credibility and they can lose the money that they're making. So yeah, he is he gonna move it or not move it? Nope, he ain't gonna move it. He is not gonna move it. Okay, cool, all right. So um yeah so ultimately, I don't see Drake responding. And I think the most you're going to get as far as a response to Drake is a TikTok video or a post on Instagram, something harmless. Uh, I think that's one perspective. I think another perspective is, you know, uh, this could, now Kendrick Lamar is using the same game plan Drake is using. So now he came out with this new song that was delivered a couple of hours ago. DJ Academic is trying to break it down. I saw the lyrics once again. People are not understanding the meaning behind these lyrics and how these lyrics constitute to uh the true definition of Drake. And but I do feel like this is a 3-minute song. It's got the sample of Al Green, Love and Happiness. And I think Kendrick chose that sample for a reason. He didn't choose that sample because he felt like it fit. There's a double meaning behind that sample of Al Green's Love and Happiness. And in this latest diss song, he talked about how uh, there's some frustrations in the camp of Drake. And there's a lot of people that are in the Drake circle that is not happy with a lot of things Drake have said about them. And they also saying Drake is not a good dude behind the scenes. Drake be acting foul. All right. And there's an accusation that's floating around that, Drake loves to F other people's uh girlfriends and wives. Now, when I first heard these stories, I didn't think these stories were true. And then when I did some research on it, yeah, Drake may have fooled around with some ex baby mamas and some ex girlfriends. I mean, like, dude, you're no longer dealing with this girl and she has a life on her own. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. You moved on to the next girl, all right? To the next girl, to the next girl, all right? And there's some reports out there that suggest that, hey, Drake likes to mess around with dudes, ex girlfriends, and baby mamas, okay? And he likes to do it for sport, for fun, okay? Not because they are attractive, he just likes doing it. Well, now there's some reports out there that he's messing around, allegedly, and this is allegedly, that, you know, Drake has no line that he won't cross. And Drake's one of those type of guys that would, because nobody has never checked Drake. I take that lie back. When Drake was up and coming, he got checked, and that's, from the first diss song where Drake got robbed in his own city and they snatched his chain. Okay. And people, that went over a lot of people's head about the Chinese restaurant. Okay. But it went over a lot of people's head. It is what it is. All right. Uh, so Drake, word around the campfire is Drake is not a good human being with people that work for him. And there's not a line Drake won't cross, and there's not a thing Drake would say, won't say to someone that works for him. And he talks down to a lot of people. And I've heard some crazy stories that he even fool around and messes with other people's girlfriends and wives that work for him. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just listening to all these crazy stories, and there's an accusation that's floating around that Drake deals with younger women. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. This is all allegedly. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Let's just keep using those words. Let's repeat it one more time for the nation. Allegedly. Okay, that's why I don't like dealing with all this gossip, rumor, and drama. All right, take it with a teaspoon of salt. All right, I look at it like this: it's 100% not true until it's proven to be true. Put it that way. I won't tell no lies about you. If you, I won't. Don't tell no lies about me, and I won't tell no truths about you. All right. So yeah. So this new song hits a little different. Um, and like I said, he talks about that. He also talks about the media as a whole has been compromised because of the love affair with Drake, and he mentioned DJ Academics. Now, DJ Academics is completely denying that. Now he did say that he's impartial. He's a Drake fan, but you know, uh, he has not been compromised. Now, I will say this, and I think Drake learned this from Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj controls. It was one point of time, Nicki Minaj. I don't know if she still does it now. There's a point in time where Nicki Minaj controls the temperature of the gossip pages. A lot of these gossip pages are on the payroll of Nicki Minaj. So a lot of these gossip pages, other than TMZ, they're not gonna say or do disrespectful press on Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj has connections over there, and a lot of people feel like Drake has stolen a page from Nicki Minaj, and he's doing the exact same thing. He's controlling a lot of these bloggers and a lot of these media personalities, such as the DJ Academics. All right, lining their pockets up. All right, and that could be maybe not true, but it's not looking good. Now I feel like the one media personality no one's going to be able to control, and he's never going to allow anybody to control him, is Joe Budden. And that's the one person that if you want to hear the actual factual stuff, something that's completely fair and imbalanced, you go to Joe Budden. You don't go anywhere else. Okay. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. I spent a whole hour talking about it. You guys can revisit a lot of the stuff that I talked about. I dropped some gems in this live stream. And all I want you guys to do is hit the like button, hit the subscription bell, the notification bell, share this with your friends, family, and followers. Another episode of Too Early for This podcast is in the book. Um, Please get this podcast and this YouTube channel lit in the YouTube algorithm. That's all I got. Okay. I still will be back next Friday morning with another episode of Too Early for This podcast. Y'all got double the pleasure. Okay. I gave y'all 2 live streams of Too Early for This podcast in less than 3 hours. Okay. So y'all should appreciate that. Uh and I will catch you guys next Friday. Same back channel, same back time. I'm out, folks. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm gone. Deuce.